Honest review.
Otherwise, you will be, hey, bro, this thing I edit out, lah. But yeah, it's honest review, man.
Okay, so Xiang Tian, we're recording now. Just want to make sure you're aware. Okay, so although I'm a marketing manager in James Cook University, this is done on a personal capacity. So it's done in a personal capacity and not officially under JCU. So it's not endorsed or sponsored by JCU. Okay, so hello everyone. My name is Kenneth and welcome to the channel. So with me today, I have James Cook University alumni, Xiang Tian. So I could say a lot about him, but perhaps it would be better if I get him to introduce himself. Over to you, Xiang Tian.
Hey, thanks, man, Kenneth. Yeah, just a brief intro of myself. I'm an alumnus from JCU. I studied Bachelor of Psychological Science. I actually went through the full course from foundation back in 2014. Yeah, 2014, and then after that, upon graduating from my foundation, I went straight to Bachelor of Psychological Science. So that was my degree, and then after which I went on to the honors program. So I graduated with PE Psych Science with honors. Yeah, so that's my journey in JCU.
So when you say coming from the foundation, that was after O levels.
Yeah. In fact, I went on to JC. Then after I dropped out of JC.
Okay.
It wasn't my thing. I mean, that when I was younger. So after which I went on to NS, and then I actually worked outside for a while, save up a little bit before coming to JCU. I mean, I got a place ready before NS to get into JCU. But then I told them that I don't want to defer my army my NS for this. So I went on to NS first, worked for a year before I joined. So that was how I started.
Well, that's interesting. So I didn't know that actually you went to JC first. Were you there for 2 years?
That's something. I actually did 2 years. Then after that, I dropped out at the second year.
Wow. Okay.
It's not, let's just say everybody studies differently. I probably am not the kind who can study in this not really rigorous, probably the Singaporean way of route learning. It's not really my thing, memorizing work and all. I think I would have fared better if I would have gone poly. Yeah. So more of a hands-on person, more of a practical, wanting to get to do things. So that's more of who I am.
Totally feel you. I went to NS after O levels.
What's up? I just know that, man.
Did NS first, then I went to do a private diploma and degree.
Okay. I mean, I always wonder why. Sometimes, people ask me, "Hey, you regret your decision?" I think that question comes a little bit. I don't really know how to answer that question. You know what I mean? Because to them it's something taboo. Like, hey, now you drop out. But sometimes it's just a different path, and I hope people see that. And that's why I said in my past interview also that I'm quite thankful for JCU also to provide the opportunity for me. I'm also trying to get my juniors to understand, well, it's not really about you trying to get to somewhere where you don't really want to be just because you got to go to a university in Singapore. In order to do that, you must go to JC. I think these are all too rigid pathways. Perhaps there can be alternatives to be explored. So that was what I experienced. And generally it was a pleasant one.
So you've graduated and you're working now?
Yeah, working now. At the social service agency. So very into to psychology, whatever I study.
Okay. So would you like to share a bit more about what you do specifically, or is that too touchy?
Maybe. Maybe not too much of a specific.
Okay,
but
sure.
I'm a special needs instructor.
Okay.
Like an educator. Yeah. What I do is that I teach persons with special needs. Yeah. And try to place them into jobs, teach them social skills, emotional regulation, these kind of things. Yeah. A lot of interaction with them, I would say.
Okay. Right. Thanks for sharing. So
Hey,
you mentioned you went from foundation to the Bachelor of Psychological Science, then the honors program after that as well.
yeah.
The full track.
Actually, it's not really a full yet. I still want to achieve my
The
masters.
masters.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
masters.
that was next time.
Okay,
Yeah,
long-term plan.
longer plan, longer.
So,
Still have a plan.
were you pretty sure you wanted to go into psychology right from the start during NS, or actually was it the reason why you dropped out of JC?
I think it was after NS. In fact, after NS, then kind of saw some because I was in the police force actually in NS, so I saw some ugly side of life, society, and I also recognized my strengths at that point in time, and I feel that in psychology I'm able to at least sort of start understand myself better. Yeah, understand myself better, and yeah, so I don't know. To me, it's more about understanding myself and also to help others. I've always had this uh, interest to give back. So perhaps this is why I got into psychology in the first place.
Okay. So I think this segues very nicely into the next question is maybe you could share a bit more about how were the classes run? I'm assuming the foundation programs and the degree programs and the honors programs are all run differently? Or was it
A
similar?
degree and honors will be quite similar. Foundation is different. It was fun. I love it. I always say, if only I can go back to that time, it's just, I mean, it's a lot of, yes, if Singaporeans will find it easy, like because we were studying basic, a lot of English, math, these kind of things. Of course, there are other things like learning and development, communications across culture, and all of this. I think it kind of sets us into the degree pathway, especially if I were to study psychology. I think, if I'm not wrong, foundation actually tailor more towards the business side also. Yeah, so a lot of programs are tuned with that. But I do see some similarities and some things I can learn, lessons to be learned, to be brought over to my degree. What I liked about it was that, well, for a start, it gets me assimilated to the culture of JCU. And of course, the program systems, this and that, I know it right away. I know who to find, what to do when I go into degree, rather than just go in and be lost at the very start. So there was less of a culture shock. Aside from that, I think foundation, it just, lecturers they were nice, really nice. Yeah, it was pretty memorable in my foundation days, and they taught us academic skills, which I think is pretty valuable to now. Yeah, things which, because from JC or poly perhaps, we don't write academic essays. But then in foundation, we just had to do that over and over again. So when I actually transit into degree, I mean, in psychology degree, it's pretty much every module you have to write a big review or research, something like that.
Okay.
So yeah, I think that really helped me in foundation. So yeah, moving on to degree, of course, it's a different ballgame altogether. Of course, there was this competition, Singaporeans, Kiasu also want to strive to do better than everyone else.
Okay.
So that culture is there. In foundation, you don't really have it, but in psychology, you see that all over. And it's a lecture and tutorial format. I like the tutorials because smaller class size. I imagine it's smaller than the regular universities. Higher contact time with our tutors.
Yep.
A lot of them so far, my tutors were all very welcoming.
Okay, that's good to hear. That's good to hear.
I think I'm lucky. I've heard some stories from other friends. But so far, I think mine is quite alright. Yeah. I can ask them questions, they will get back to me. We can sit down for hours to discuss on a concept. Some of them, not all of them.
Okay.
I mean, they're not so ing, they're so free. Yeah, I know it's quite busy. But yeah, I appreciate it. From time to time, I get these insights from these lecturers. I think that's really nice. Yeah. Then honors, honors is totally different. I mean, that's just you live and eat on your own.
You did the honors, right? Not the graduate diploma in psychology.
No. Yeah,
so it's like
I
individual
did
thesis.
yeah, individual thesis. That's right.
Okay.
Thesis. But also by then, all of us are, we have the necessary skills. I think it's a lot more independent. We do have to do everything ourselves, lah. Yeah. But of course, our supervisors and lecturers, they're still there for us. We can still ask them questions and all. Quite welcoming.
I think the honors program is quite interesting, or the one that gets a lot of attention. People always wonder what the thesis component is like, because it's not a very common thing to hear. A lot of people some people can go through the whole university life, never written a thesis at all.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay. I mean, for us in psychology, that is the thing that we have to do, lah. I mean, if you want to graduate with honors, we keep thinking about thesis. Speaking of thesis, it's like a pain in my. It's a little sting. I mean, I didn't score really well for my thesis, but then again, I think it was a good experience overall, because the reason why I didn't score well was also because of some methodological flaws, this and that, which I should have addressed, but I did not address early. So it's still a learning point for me, but I enjoyed the whole process. To be honest, it was very challenging, but now it's not about the grades really for me. Now that I'm working, initially it was about the grades. I kept thinking, I need to get my first class, I need to do this. But when I start working, it's really not about that anymore. It's about what I learned through the process, and I really appreciated it, because I also thankful to a lot of my lecturers. Notable mention actually.
Okay.
He's probably still there. Yeah, he's the one who really opened up my worldview and a lot of things when it comes to academics and just life in general. So I think this is where things are a bit different. I can imagine, as compared to in the local universities, because these lecturers, some of them, they're really nice. They get very, how do I put it, just a close mentor kind of feel. He even gave me a book to read. Yeah, so it was pretty interesting.
That's nice to hear.
Yeah.
So, having gone through all, like the foundation, bachelor, then honors, right? Would you say that the foundation actually helped you out significantly, or because you mentioned it was actually very easy for you?
Yeah. If I were to give an honest feedback, it helped. I wouldn't say. I mean, it can be significant, a little bit, not that.
Okay.
I mean, because it's more of the business context. So for psychology wise, probably only 1 or 2 modules help. But aside from that, not much. Yeah. If I were to give an honest feedback. What helped was academic writing.
Academic writing
and presentation. There were quite a lot of presentations going on back in foundation. So but then again, in psychology in JCU, there's a lot of presentations going on. There's a lot of we got to present our research, we got to do research, write research paper. So yeah, I think this did help me. But aside from that, the modules wise, I don't know, maybe they can start revising whether they can cater more to psychology or not,
Okay. All right. So for the honors program, you mentioned that it really helps with the preparing you for work, lah. So you see the transfer of knowledge to actual application in the real world.
Soft skills.
More
of the soft skills. I mean, by then it's a lot of independent learning. In thesis, it's more of an academic, more towards research really. So, but that's when I had to liaise with many, aside from my own supervisor, that's when I started to, source for help from other lecturers to help me with an issue, or got to find people who are expert in certain things, collaborated with some of my classmates, even though we're not really working on the same project, but then some things which we can draw parallels. That's where we all come in and then work together. So all of these things, I think, we do experience it in the B-side programs. That means just the Bachelor's without Honours program.
Mm-hmm.
But what I'm trying to say is that in Honours, it's really you're put in that place. You got to solve things. So that's when we got to be really resourceful. Just go and do it all.
Situated learning, it's like real life. Boss tell you to do, you do.
It's like OJT, on the job training. It really is something like that. But of course, it depends on the field of work that we are going towards.
Yeah, of course. True.
For now, because I'm in a site-related job.
Yep.
So I do see some transfer of knowledge, especially when it comes to research. Because even though it's not in my KPI that I have to do research, but then in order to understand some things, when let's say I want to teach this trainee who has got a certain issue, I need to first understand that problem, this disorder. In order to do that, I've got to go research. Aside from that, I need to look at intervention tools, what things that I can do, what I cannot do. So it's a lot of all these things. Knowing who to ask, the right people to ask. So these are all people.
Okay, I think we spent quite a bit of time on the academic part.
Oh yeah, we did.
Okay, maybe you can tell us a bit more about the social side of things. So what are like the students like in JCU?
The students like in JCU, wow. I'm not too sure if I'm the person to ask, man, because I have quite a number of friends, different groups of people. I have the quite people who study with me. I have the people who go and party with me. I have the people who laze around with me. I mean, there's just many different kind of people, and it's interesting over there because we have a mix of culture. It's not just Singaporeans over there. You have, I mean, I had a German friend, a Scottish. I have, of course, the Southeast Asian that I have a lot of all these friends as well. So it's a good mix. I think it's a good mix. One thing notably, there is not much, or at least I haven't experienced it or seen it myself, like racial discrimination or prejudice over there. Because I kind of, whenever I think about international school, what if the white guys don't like us, Asians or something like that, that kind of things, right? No, they don't have it.
Okay.
Yeah, we all go and party together, and it's true. Like how 5 years of my time over there, it's been like this. Yeah, I haven't heard of any conflict. Yeah, because of that. I'm not sure why, but I think it's a healthy thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it can be a new research. I still into this.
I can find one of the supervisors to help out.
Yeah. But I think it's good. I mean, if we were to look at the local context, xenophobia is quite huge. It's quite a thing in Singapore also. But interestingly, when in this context, international school, we don't really see it. So maybe it's got to do with our culture over here. Yeah, everybody is just more. We know what we want to do, especially for psychology. We know what we want to do because we're doing there. And then JCU is also credited or something. I'm not too sure of so many titles and awards that JCU has been awarded. I'm not here to push for all this marketing, but I'm just saying that people come here with a purpose. So for psychology graduates or undergrads, we have a goal, and then we just. But in terms of social side, this is where I was, like I said, it's a pleasant surprise. Yeah. Of course, can't have all this and that. When you have a mix of culture, you get to see different side of life also. Yeah, different way of playing. I shall not
Okay.
outline whatever, but it's fun. It was fun. Just live for the imagination. It's college life. Then, I mean, studying, we still got to get down to business and study. So that's when we have this group of people also who are just super on about studying. Yeah. So ultimately, it's about knowing who to mix with and when to mix with who.
Oh, sure. Now I got curious. What kind of playing?
Yeah, we can.
Offline.
Offline. Yeah.
All right.
It was fun.
So I think were you in the Sims Drive campus the entire time?
No, I was at my foundation was in the Ang Mo Kio campus. I love that little campus. Yeah, it was. I think they converted from a kindergarten or a preschool, if I'm not wrong.
Yes, I think it's a preschool now.
It was so cozy, It was just us over there. Like, it was just foundation, and then we just chill, and then we just have fun. Yeah.
But not enough integration, then only foundation.
That's true. Yeah, but it was nice. So like, we had our foundation clique. We were very close. Yeah. But then after we went to degree, of course, slowly we just went our separate ways. I remember from time to time, we still keep in touch. Even until now, I just texted one of my friends a few days back also. Yeah, COVID period now, very sad. Then you look through all photos and go, hey, what are you doing? We say, hey, so how are the circuit breaker period? What are you doing? Yeah, that's why where we all air our grievances. Then we just, same thing, the first thing we just talk about foundation again. And the same 3 words came out. How I wish, blah, blah, blah. I was still in foundation, those kind of things. So we can see that there's a lot of good memories being formed. Of course, there were drama times. That's what makes it interesting, isn't it? All the more memorable. Yeah.
All the more memorable. Nothing like drama to make things memorable.
Yep, agree, man.
So if you actually spend some time at the Sims Drive campus, what's the food that you recommend around the campus?
Now, mala must go, man.
Mala must go.
So not the mala itself, but like the mala store actually is a store. So you have a lot of mix of food. Yeah, I usually order what is that? Their beef rice. I still remember my beef rice. I have been trying to contact you to go there and eat the beef rice. Yeah.
Then COVID circuit breaker. The 回锅肉 回锅肉, is it?
It's not 回锅肉. It's
something.
It's just little. It's called牛肉.
Okay.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, I heard the Malay food stall is good before I left. It was really good, but I didn't have a chance to try. At the point in time, I was really stressed about the thesis, so I didn't eat.
Okay.
Just go every day, I eat the same thing. Yeah. My first year in Sims Drive campus, there was a ban mian store.
Ban mian.
I'm not sure there was a ban mian. After renovation, then they're not there anymore. Yeah, but that store was quite a thing. All of us went there. I mean, there were a lot of Chinese people queuing up for there. So I've got to admit, my first time, the reason why I even queued up there was because of a few very pretty Chinese ladies over there. So I was like, oh, okay, let's go there, man. Yeah, I tried the food. Okay, and then after that, I went there because of the food. Yeah. Social life, knowledge, it's fun.
Social life. So were you in any CCAs, co-curriculars?
I am an official member of JCU Music Club. I've never been to any of their sessions, so I'm not sure how. I mean, my name is probably inside, but then I've never turned up or anything. Yeah, I performed. I think I sang once or twice. I don't know. I mean, my friend just shouted my name across. Hey, Tian, your turn to sing. Yeah, once or twice. Then that's about it.
Then the rest are unofficial karaoke sessions.
Yeah, of course. That's how we do things. Yeah. But I think actually, yes, speaking of the social life, we cannot forget that the CCAs or whatever, what JCU call it, I can't remember, club drive.
Clubs and societies, yeah. The club drive.
And society, yes. This is a huge part of our social life because that's where we wind down from our studies and mingle around, have all do things we like. Yeah, especially I mean if you're talking about music club, all of them like they like music. Some like to sing. I have no musical background. I just joined because I just want to learn something. Yeah, but in the end I didn't turn up because of my trainings. Yeah, so I think that really helped us. I would think that if now thinking back, perhaps this is the reason why we kind of have this how to put it, this good racial harmony in JCU, because it's different people. It can be dance club, it can be music, it can be sports, whatever. We're just there having fun with each other. Yeah, so I think that's quite nice.
So when do you recall when you were asked to sing unofficially? Which year was that? Then I can dig up the archives to find your photos.
There was one with I still remember his name, Sean Wow. Yeah, I remember this white dude. He's so interesting. He sings Cantonese. He can speak in Mandarin. He grew up in Shanghai. Speaks Mandarin. Can sing in Cantonese. He can play the guitar. He can drum. He's a good musician. He asked me because I was just asking around. Hey, any of you know how to sing Cantonese song? Then he was like, "Did you just say Cantonese song? What song do you know?" I'm like, "Whoa!" And so in there we sang Beyond.
Beyond.
Yeah. We were all taken aback, like, dude, he can sing in Cantonese. It's really, really good. Yeah, it was. That was one, and then of course, other few times was with some of my friends. I think it was a solo song for me. Yeah. I think it was during Club Drive. Can't remember which year. Probably second or third year.
I'll just dig out our archives, don't worry. Then maybe when I'm editing this, I will put it up.
Yeah. There was some. Yeah. Then that's about it. Yeah, my involvement as a JCU music club member. Yeah.
So moving on, I think you're quite famous in JCU because of
I know you're gonna say my sport. Yeah,
your sport. You're actually a Team Singapore, currently is a Team Singapore athlete.
I would think was. I mean, my name is still in there. But I don't go back and train anymore. I see myself more as a ex-retired national team athlete. But from time to time, I use the gym there because it's free. So I kept my name there so that I can use the gym for free. Yeah.
Should we edit this out so that Sports Singapore doesn't hear?
No, it's okay. They're fine about it. Yeah. I mean, even without the gym, I will go out to train on my own. It's a mindset. It's a lifestyle. But anyway, I think why I got famous was because of the 2015 SEA Games also. Yeah, so 2014 I was in foundation already. Then at that point in time I was training up for SEA Games in 2015. That's nice. That was when I transited to Bachelor of Psychology. Yeah, B-side. Yeah, so during that period, I think my foundation lecturers were very, very enthusiastic about it. I think they were more on than me. Like, hey, when you need to go overseas? When you need to train? When you need to go? They were super nice. And they planned my study, they planned everything for me. Even if I would go overseas for training, they made sure that I got the certificate, got my reading materials and everything.
Okay.
Yeah. But of course I don't read. I'm not training.
Wow.
But, that's a thing.
The truth is out.
But that's the thing. We can do that in foundation, but we can never do it in degree. Yeah, but we have to do projects and all. So they were very kind. We had certain arrangements that my lecturers helped me with. So to make sure that I can focus on my game. Yeah. So that really helped me.
Did you have to reschedule classes or stuff like that, or do you take a leave of absence, or was it just?
Yeah, I took a leave of absence. Took a leave of absence for my training. But I think that time it was because it was quite long, and then it was close to exam period also. I think I had to write an email under the guidance of Miss Gandhi the the head of the foundation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So she advised me to write an email to our DVC at the point in time.
I see.
Yeah. So he approved of the leave because it's a long one. So okay, go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, so
And yeah, JCU supported me a lot for my competitions. Even subsequently, I want to go for university games. Yeah, they just said, okay, let's go ahead. Yeah. Even sponsored my trip. Whoa. I know how thankful I am because my friends, they had to, were SMU, SIM, they had to pay like 80%, not too sure, at least 30%, one of,
mm-hmm.
not wrong. They still have to pay something. This is fully sponsored by JCU. Yeah. Nice culture to have over there.
Okay lah. So we basically covered the academic and social part already. So now
Yep.
let's summarize everything. Your personal opinions on JCU, the good, the bad, and the ugly. If there's no
Aha.
ugly, don't need to say.
Yep. Come on, man. We are all going to ask the same question. How expensive is JSU? Bloody hell, I tell you, it's very expensive. It is expensive. That's going to say straight, man. I will never. In fact, I will not come to JSU if I don't have a scholarship. Yeah, I actually have a outside a private scholarship. That's why I can come here. Very thankful to my sponsors. Yeah. Aside from that, I think anything. The other side which is bad. I'm taking time to think because I so far my experience of it is quite pleasant. I mean, from time to time, yes, we have certain grievances about these grades, this lecturer, I want to make an appointment with her, don't get to meet, this and that, or, issues with lecturers all the time will have one. But for myself, wasn't too concerned about my grades. So sometimes I just let it slide. Like if you don't want to give me that few more marks, then okay lah. I mean, then okay lor. Instead of getting a distinction or a credit, I mean, it doesn't affect much. Yeah, so I'm pretty alright with that lah. Other things, yeah, can't really think about it. Oh, lucky. One thing I still remember when we always say when they ask for money, super fast. You take money from them they'll process how long? 3 to 6 months.
Wow.
One of my air travel claim. Yeah. So that was the ugly side. But aside from money issues, don't really have much problems. Student services support is really really good.
Good to hear. Good to hear.
So, I'm like friends with like support staff with you guys.
Like Joshua, is
I
it?
enjoy it.
Are you still in contact with Joshua from Student Services?
Recently, he asked me to do the workout video for JCU.
Oh, for
you
JCU.
will see my face really. Yeah. I think he asked Branding to edit the videos.
I keep seeing your videos, your workout videos on Instagram.
Oh, those are for my Wushu one. So after that, he said that Branding will edit the one. I have to take separately lah. Yeah, okay. For them. So you probably see my face again. Oh, speaking of which, there was a Hidayah.
Oh yeah, she used to be the events manager.
She used to, yeah. Now she's working somewhere else, and then she contacted me again, asked me to. She said, "Hey, long time no see, man." Blah blah blah. Asked me to send a video. Is it possible? I'm like, wow, even after you leave JCU,
she works at MediaCorp now, you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Correct. MediaCorp, exactly. She asked me for a video to ask people to stay home. I'm like, wow. I said, happy working with you again, man. So I think it's a very nice camaraderie we have over here, the student, staff. I like that. Yeah, it's like a small family. This community over here is quite pleasant. Of course, what I do hear stories from some of my friends, some of my peers saying that these stuff are very new, this and that. I cannot do. Sometimes, yeah, let's be adult a little bit. Probably some questions my peers raised were not really good lah. Attitude-wise, also probably not there. So I believe it's a mutual respect thing. Once the mutual respect is being established, this mutual trust is being established, we can talk. We can do a lot of things. When it comes to work, of course, we're serious about it. You guys got your own branding or think what to do. If I can support, I'll support. Yeah, sometimes I need help on my own personal capacity. I ask for help. I remember that time I even asked you, hey, how to do this Instagram? What was it? I want to write a blog. Even until I still want to write it, but I just haven't got my content. I don't know where to start, this and that. So yeah, but you gave me some pretty good advice also. Yeah, so things like that. I think it's really nice. Yeah, and it's something I appreciate. Yeah. So if I were to give a summary of my life at JCU, it's overall a pleasant one. Like if you really will ask me the bad and the ugly, this is it. There's something more practical, the money. And I can imagine it will be tough for some people, especially if they will come on board. That is where their whole attitude will change. Because like, hey, I'm coming here using a loan. If I don't get my grades, if I don't do this and that, I can understand where they're coming from also. Yeah. And I'm in no position to comment to say that why you feel this way. I mean, I'm privileged. I'm very very fortunate that people I got a scholarship, sponsorship from private firm. So this is why I can actually enjoy my time over there. But at the same time, do my best, try to achieve and learn as much as I can, which I think our lecturers and academics over there are very competent. Yeah, and having good lecturers like Dr. Chan, who's his personal capacity is able to help me. I think these are things that really will stick with me. Yeah. Even after graduating so long, sometimes I still look back at the things he says. Last 2 months ago, I opened a paper that he marked for me just to look through again what he said. It was insightful to the extent like even my work now, when I'm doing some research, I'll look at his comments. Yeah. Like I don't know why also. Yeah, but I think it's something good.
Wow, long-lasting impact. You still keep your papers?
It's on in my drive. So
okay. Yeah. Good. Maybe I address the fees lah. Small class sizes and PhD lecturers cost a lot of money,
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's
like
true.
You mentioned the student staff ratio, student academic ratio quite small lah. So it's not like one.
But it's true. Yeah. I agree. Yeah. Which is quality law. If you ask me, it's sometimes we pay for the quality lah. Yeah. But like I said, it's not up to me to comment, because if these people are coming on loan, these people have got certain financial.
But actually, my interaction with you kind of inspired some things that it actually started the ball rolling because of when I interviewed you previously for the parents guide and all that. So we actually launched a scholarship in JCU.
Oh, you guys did! Oh my goodness! Oh, thank you very much. I mean, this is what scholarship is that?
So there's a merit scholarship based on grades. Then there's another one that is the sports scholarship with the Sport Singapore.
Can I apply? I mean, like for masters,
Okay lah, you inspire us lah. So we kickstarted things, got the ball rolling, and then right now, because of the COVID-19, we understand that the economy is taking a hit lah. There are quite a number of people getting the TRF thing, temporary relief fund.
Yep.
Yeah. So just today we launched this higher education access grant. So it's $10,000 for all Singapore residents.
Wow, amazing work that you guys are doing, man. Really, I've always, like I said, I've always appreciated what you guys are doing. So many things that actually ties in with a lot of my values, which I appreciate. Because my value, one of it is to be able to give back also to society, and that's why I'm in a social service agency. And what you guys are doing, giving out all these kind of grants and all, I think it's wonderful. Helping the earth, environment. I think that's really nice, I don't really see that in other places. Just saying.
Okay lah, maybe not because you're with us that's why you see us more.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. I agree. Maybe because I'm with you guys, but
yeah. Okay.
And because you guys keep me involved every time. Hey,
because you keep asking us to have lunch at the mala store.
Oh yeah. I still want to go back for the mala.
Once the circuit breaker is over, we'll invite you over for lunch lah.
Oh, thanks, man. Thanks.
Or lunch? Can you travel all the way down for lunch?
Wait, actually, let me think. After circuit breaker cannot lah. Probably only dinner time or
Dinner time, yeah. That's why I was thinking working ma.
working very hard already. Yeah, that's true.
Okay lah, we pretty much covered everything we needed to cover already. So thank you for your time.
Thank you,
And,
Kenneth. Thanks again.
Welcome. So once again, although I'm a marketing manager at the Singapore campus of James Cook University, this video and interview is not endorsed or sponsored by the JCU in any way. So you're good with that, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yep, I'm good with that, and that's the reason why I can even talk about all these things.
Honest review.
Otherwise, you will be, hey, bro, this thing I edit out, lah. But yeah, it's honest review, man. Yeah.
Okay. Right. Thank you. All right. Okay, let me stop the recording now.